I'm going to open up this box. I'm going to clean my room. I already did a before. I have it in my drafts. I did a draft video of before. I'm going to clean the room. And it's sad because if you look back at like my videos like a year ago, the same bookcase, the same ugly bookcase is still there. Like, I'm cleaning it right now. But I sound really lame right now. I did a shopping haul. I'm purposely trying to sound like that, okay? I did a shopping haul at Bath and Body Works, a semi-annual sale. I don't really talk like that. Well, I don't think I do. And then people are like, I'll be like making fun of people like they sound like, I may got it. And they're like, that's how you sound. And I'm like, no, I don't. Like, no, wait. Like, but yeah. Okay. Anyway, love. This is not influencing either. This is just music wants to jump on. I probably should take them. They're probably like famous. But anyway, it's just how I shop, okay? So I had a $10 off $30 purchase. And I like the smell good stuff, you know, the soaps, blah, blah, and then I can have some extra stuff that I will put away so I have a quick gift. Okay, so this is how people that have, I'm not saying I'm wealthy, but this, you know, I'm not paycheck to paycheck. People that are not, they all do that if they don't come for money. Okay, like so I have to shop when stuff's like 75% off, and that's like the only time I'll shop at Bath and Body Works because it's like $16.50. What is it up to now for? Can you make the box? Yeah, $16.50 for a thing of lotion. Like, I can't. Maybe in 2040, inflation will adjust there. But yeah, I still get those at 75% off. Plus the $10 off $30 coupon thing. So it makes it like $3. That's reasonable. Or $4 or $5 maybe. I'm sorry. Anyway, I need a box cutter. Oh, fuck. Something to... And if I could find my fucking tripod thing that I bought, like literally bought a really nice brand new one to prop the fucking phone, you know, and then I can't find it. This is... Luke he's my number one supporter. He's eating the Vegemite in Australia. I hear it's salty. It's like your version of butter, maybe? I still am curious about it, but I hear it's an acquired taste. I don't know. Battle? I don't like it. Okay. So listen to this. I got a bunch of shit. This was like $70 or something, okay? But it's like, oh, you saved like $400, you know, or whatever, because here it is. OMG. Oh. It's exciting. So I'm not a stay-at-home mom, right? The stay-at-home moms, I know they were right the other day fighting over, I don't want to battle right now. If I battle, like, I'm going to have 4 people watching. Does that make sense? No, okay. I'm trying to make a point. $1.87 for the hand soaps. And they like smell really good, and they're good for your guest bathrooms. You try to look bougie, right? So you have the fancy soaps. That's why they do it. I had to re-put it every time I clicked buy. They said I couldn't go through because something in my cart had sold out. So I was like, and it happened like 6 times in a row, and it was the soaps. It was the soaps most of the time. Bar soap. Because they were like $1.87. So I'm picturing all these moms like putting 50 of them in their cart, just trying to grab them all up. Because they smell really, really good. They just smell so good. So if something stinks that you're like, this is gross, but like you're washing some like old moldy cup or something and you smell, it's like just squirt a little bit of, nobody does that? Oh, that was, I don't know. These are cute. I got my little fall thing. I'm not organized enough for that kind of thing. That would be a really good gift, but to get it on sale, you know what I'm saying? It's like a $20 item or whatever. And then you're like getting it for $5. And then the little like stupid $8 thing you get for $3. So it's like, oh, $8, but it looks like I'm giving you like a $28, like a $30 gift. Does that make sense? That's how cheap I am. But I might just keep this for myself because I've lost my little plug-in thing. Okay, so it's just not that exciting. I'm sorry. It's just not. I thought it would be more exciting, but it's just a bunch of lotions and bath gels. And there's the other little car. This one's really cute. Ooh, I got really good bubbles. Like, oh, wow. Wow. This is the first fidget toy. You know? They don't make them that good anymore. This is like so rewarding. Isn't that adorable? Little antique car with the Christmas tree on top for your little scent plug-in. But my room's like horrible. And I want to redo it and make it look, whoa, I got dizzy getting up. Okay. I'm passing out. I got lightheaded. I'm finally going to do my room. Because the person that I want to be is the person that has these out. Right? The person that I am is the one that loses these all over the place. And then never gets to put them out. I lose like everything. And then that's how my bathroom looks. Got the cat box. I bet this is real life, guys. They do say women are like pretty gross compared to men. If you look at their bathrooms in their cars and stuff, I don't know. We have all the makeup though and all the products. It's so much easier for guys, right? So whatever. Life is depressing, so sometimes you just stock up on hand soaps and it puts a smile on your face because I'm like a hoarder, okay? So this is literally me. I think it's the apocalypse. And I'm all like, I'm not going to be without hand soap. I'm not going to ever go without hand soap. You guys might, but when another virus comes along, I'll be able to sell these for $50 a piece on eBay. I'm one of the gougers on eBay. I had a lot. I sold 4 rolls of Clorox wipes for like $150. Sorry, I did it. I gave stuff to people that didn't, you know, supply and demand. Supply and demand. Okay. I'm not going to run out of antibacterial soaps. I had a lot of makeup when I worked in the haunted house. Ooh, fun times. So you're a guy with a lot of makeup, is what you're saying. Yeah. Get it. That's normal dress up. But now they just want to make, like, men wearing makeup, like, totally mainstream. And it's just not. It's okay if you're a guy and you want to wear makeup, but they're trying, I don't know. For me, it's like, I see like a makeup advertisement and it's a man like with like putting his mascara on, and it's just weird. It just is. It's like, I'm not transphobic, but I don't know what the point of that is. I guess they're just trying to normalize it because people want to live in society where they don't get judged if they have, what is it called? Body dysmorphia or something? It has a name. The doctor made you quit acting? What? Why? People make comments on here and they like literally get me like dumbfounded. I'm like, huh? Who? It was bad for your health. Kevin, did you find out anything? I really thought he was like gonna pull out a history book and tell me what my map was worth. Last night I found this. This is a Vanguard Studios. If you look up Vanguard Studios and any of the paintings, they go for like hundreds to thousands of dollars. Guess how much I paid for this? Take a wild guess. And don't say free. I did pay some money, but guess. Oh, shit. You knew the answer. Whatever. Is anyone else impressed? This is why I'm a hoarder. It's clean clothes, literally. It's not even like... He's trying to tell me this map is a replica of an old map. You know what? That might be the case, but the fact... You're missing the point. This is made... This says, framed by Pittsburgh Plate Glass Company. This was framed by PPG, a publicly traded, Fortune 500 company that does not do framing anymore. So how could they have framed it with a modern day map? Thanks for your guess, Kinley. But yeah, Kevin knew the answer was $2 each. I bought them only because they were $2. And this is an old map, and I thought it had, if nothing... Ah! That was just a dramatic fall. I haven't been fun on my lives in such a long time. I was in a kind of a funk, depression. And thank God followed me because of that. Maybe it wasn't because of that, but... Oh, and I picked up this Fallen Bloom. What? The soap, guys. This is nuts. The itinerary here. Looks like a plane ticket. No, it doesn't, actually. It does look old school. Like a fucking typewriter, like, typed up my invoice. 2022. No, it's 23 now. Oh, my God. Unit price, $3.32. Yeah, $1.61 for the hand soaps. $2.89 for the bath gel. I mean, everything's so expensive now. Have you guys noticed that? I asked this guy how much to remodel my bathtub. He's just talking about putting another $300 steel tub. This is disgusting. I know that's like bad caulk, mold, water. I want it all gutted, okay? New tile, new tub. The plumbing. He quoted me $4,500. You fell for me as well. Thank you. $4,500. Is that reasonable? To me, I'm like, you're just sticking a tub in there and like sticking the tile on there. Like, I could put the tile on myself. I really think I could, because I'm an artist. I'll prove it to you. Kevin knows. Kevin knows. I think there's a new group of people here. Can you guys tell what this was my sketch. Who wants to get this tattooed? It's an original piece. What is it? Take a wild guess. Don't answer, Kevin. Bueller. Thank you, Richard. That's a decent price. Now I know I'm not getting ripped off. Very good. To me, yeah, it shouldn't cost more than like $2,500. But that's like with the single mom discount card. Anybody, you want to get this tattoo? So I want somebody to tattoo this. Anyone willing? It's an original design. Somebody type in. Maybe everyone's driving. What is it? What? The gold at the end of the rainbow. There you go. A rainbow serpent. General rule of thumb. It's not a bathroom. There you go. There you go. There you go. Snail. It is a snail. I designed it to look like a croissant. Does that make sense? I just thought it was like a funny combination of things. And this is what I used as my inspiration. It's not a whole bathroom. I already have, okay, don't judge. Don't judge. Don't judge. This is gross, and I clean it a lot. Laundry, cat box. That's the best cat litter in the world. You can get, like, it doesn't smell, and you can scoop the poop out, and the pee goes to the bottom, and, like, you can get, like, almost 2 months out of it. Look at my $2.50 lights. Oh my God, I hung this mirror myself. There's a condom shoved in this hole, too. I was just shoving things, and I made the hole too big. That was my empowerment phase. Oh, it was another $2 thing that it's kind of lame, okay? It's kind of 90-esque. I'm sorry, but now $5 grand it's not, I already did. New toilet, new vanity. I had picked this vanity up. Fuck, and then the handlebars, that thing was like over $100, like $140 or something, just for the fucking faucet. What was it, like $50 for the mirror? I bought this vanity for $340 or $320, and with the top and the sink. Years ago, when I started looking at vanities again, I chipped that. I'll fix it. But it's nice. It's real nice wood, and it comes in like that. See, the doors kind of pop back in. It's a nice vanity. But when I was re-looking at vanities, they had shitty plywood, horrible ones for like $700-800 this size. I was like, holy fuck inflation, man. No, I did. The tile's new. It just, don't judge. See, I'm a person that looks at potential. I see great potential. So anyway, a brand new toilet. Yeah, it was a $250 toilet. Thank you very much. Got a special, look. I clean my toilet. Don't worry. I'm kind of anal about it. Ha, ha, ha. See? Doesn't slam. It's good for PTSD people. And kids. It's a Kohler. $250. I don't, special little ring thing. But anyway, $5,000 was only going to be for the tub and the shower area and the plumbing. $4,500. What do you like? What are you asking where I got what from the toilet? Because I'll tell you. The only thing I didn't, where did I get what from? Well, I can't answer it if I don't know. Okay, Richard. Yes, you're right. Thank you. I give you a follow. We're friends now. I have a couple spots open because I can only follow 10K, but I like to follow people that I'm already friends with. Miss Tracy. Oh, the vanity. What I'm saying now is, and I got to get backsplash too still. They don't, this would be like a $1,200 nowadays. It's ridiculous. Maybe not 12, maybe 900. I don't know. I got the vanity from, I went to one of those, have you guys ever been to like a, not a farmers, what are those places where people are selling stuff like out of a flea market? Is that what it is? It was something similar to that. They call it, a bazaar. Do you guys, in Texas, they have stuff called like bazaars, like, which is weird. I don't know why it's called that. It's kind of bizarre. I don't know. Yeah, I'll have to look that up. But they have these like, you would rent a space. Oh, do they call it an emporium somewhere else? They would rent a space. So Richard, are you saying it's $5,000 just for a shower and tub area and plumbing and stuff? That's what I was thinking. I could do my own demolition. Honestly, I'd like to do my own demolition, buy my own supplies, and just you pay the guy for the plumbing work and install a couple things, you know? Flea markets. Okay, well, it's I guess it's an indoor one, so maybe that's why it's called that, because it's like a mall flea market, like where people they pay. I think I cut my lip. I'm like chewing on it. They pay, look at this burn. I got a 2nd-degree burn from a coffee. I started percolating coffee lately. Okay, so they pay for, to rent a booth. I'm not, well, Australia to 7,000. Do you have US currency there? Or I feel stupid, but I don't know the Australian currency. Luke should know. You're better off doing your own work. It's really easy. I know. I need somebody like you to like kind of guide me. That's what I want to do, because being artistic, I paint. Like, I painted, well, I didn't paint this because I had the insurance do it for me, but prior to that, I had painted my whole house. I can cut. I don't have to have tape. I painted rooms. I'm really good at painting. I learned how to do that. And the cutting and stuff. And then I can use tape if I need to, and then caulk, and I have like really good hand-eye coordination. I'm not bragging, but I feel like Hi, Darla. How are you? How's 23? My motto is like 23 with me. 23 and me. Hey. I have some stock in that company and I've lost big time, but eventually I think that DNA stuff's going to take off because people are going to want to like test their genetic codes for like predispositions. I was talking on one live how some people will get like a 10% probability that they could get breast cancer and they chop their boobs off. I think that's a little intense, but we're testing the dog out first. I'm better this year now. I'm better. I went through my gray period. I was depressed for a few months. Well, few decades. Live stream the football game. I have to talk to the mascot again, but he was trying to, the problem is like, when you're not interested in dating somebody, but you like them as a friend, but you don't want to lead them on, but they want to hang out with you, but it's because they have attraction. So I was befriended the mascot of the Dallas Cowboys, and he was telling me I could get, he would like let I've never been to a football game and I could go down and meet the players and all of that. And then the problem was, it's like I went to lunch with him one day, and I think he's a great guy, but it's like, I feel like he wants more. Like if somebody wants to do that, like reward somebody, like, oh, you're a single mom. Okay. You've never been to a football game. Wow. I really want to do this without an agenda, just to be kind. That would be great. But I was worried that it wasn't going to be like, no strings attached, or I would look like, I don't know. So I kind of blew him off, but I mean, I liked him. I thought he was a nice guy, and focus. I know, right? Tell me about it. But he kept asking me, like, he added me to his Snapchat, and anytime I post, like, a sexy pic, it's like, hey, let's go to lunch, hit me. Like, you could just tell. You know what I mean? But if you look this guy up, he's the number one Dallas Cowboys fan. So the owner of the Cowboys has literally named him as the number one fan, a super fan, because he tattooed like his whole body in Dallas Cowboys tattoos. You can look him up online. His whole body is like tatted. Here comes the kids. What happened to knocking?
Pack up.
Why do I need to pack up?
Because we have to sleep over in the sun setting, and I want to bathe. Here.
Why do you need my help to pack up? Your clothes are like right there. You just need an outfit.
Because,
okay. I'll pick out a church outfit. Fine.
Yeah, go pick them up.
He'll finally wear what I want him to wear.
And I need pajamas. Okay?
Oh, how did he get my blanket? I was so cold last night. I wanted my fuzzy blanket. I'm taking my blanket back.
My outfits are right here.
There are flags all day long. Cowboy fans don't even... Yeah. The reason why was I took my kids ice skating, and he had never been. He was falling down. I didn't know who he was. I had no clue who he was. He was a random person that was like falling down, and his friends were like laughing at him, and I think he was really drunk. So I picked him up and like ice skated around with him, and then he realized I was just a nice person being genuine, because he was just a sloppy drunk, and I was like, picking him up and kind of helping him get back around the rink. And so then they met me and were like, we work for the Dallas Cowboys, da, 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 da. And like, so then later a lunch followed, and then It was just,
Then pay attention.
he wanted to hang out again and again, but I just could tell it was just different intentions. Yeah, baby. Yeah. How about now, Scott? I can do like Fat Bastard, Dr. Evil,
Turn it on and walk away.
Mr. Bigglesworth.
And everything.
I can't do Austin. Oh, behave. I can't do him that well. I can do Elizabeth Hurley when that one scene. Machine gun jubblies. How could I have missed those? And then she's like, perhaps next time you should try foreplay. Remember, she like blows him up. Never mind. Though it's like my all-time favorite comedy. Yeah, The Spy Who Shagged Me. One of the rare times. Yeah, my lip's cut. You ever busted your lip? Like it cracks. It's the one time a sequel. Tell me if I'm wrong. A sequel. Thank you so much. J Bauer 93. Let me follow you back. Oh, you don't even follow me. I always assume they're following me. I'm sorry. Tell me if I'm wrong. A sequel. Was better than the first movie. Did you guys ever watch Austin Powers, like the Man of Mystery? Did you watch the first one? Austin Powers, come on. He agrees. One time where the second movie outdid the first. Like the first, to me, kind of flopped. But they got it right on the second one. And then they did pretty damn good on the third. So I would rank it that number 2, my favorite, then the third, then the first. Yeah, I could barely... Gold, yes. Oh, Bong and the Blitz. Gold member, yes. I liked Mini-Me. Where are you from? I'm from Illinois. That's why I don't call it Illinois. The S is silent. I was there at 28 years old. I moved to Texas on my own. Bought a one-way ticket. The third was, yeah, but it wasn't, I thought it was a little better than the first. So yeah, that was like 10 years ago, over 10 years ago. It's so weird to see people like that are almost like 30 that were born in the 90s and stuff. It's like, oh my God, I'm old. Okay, what should he wear to church? He can finally wear the khakis. Those are a little too big for him, damn it. That's the other thing I do. Anytime I see clothes on sale, I buy them in bigger sizes. He wants me to pack his clothes. Well, these are the bigger stuff. I stock up. Okay, I think we must have watched. These are all the things that he's gonna kind of grow into still. He wore his favorites. Just the sunset. Well, I'll have to rewatch them again. So you kind of like the second, then the first, then the third. Sometimes, yeah, maybe that's true. I don't know. I did have some fun though, like with Goldmember and some of the same. Thank you, J Bauer 93. I'm assuming he was born in 93. I was born in 83, so that's the part where I'm like, oh my God, he's like 29 years old. I'm like 10 years older than him. The fuck? What in the book? What? You ever randomly sing that around your kids and you're like, wait, that's a weird song. Like, because then your kids start repeating it. And you're like, yeah, don't sing that. It's just a funny, ew, these are all stained to shit. I have my favorite thrift store. Hey, 30 is better than 20. I feel sick. Ugh. I think it's because I didn't eat anything. 40 is the new 20. You think that's just what like old people tell themselves to like feel better about it? I'm gonna be 40 this year. But I really feel like it's gonna be my decade, like my best decade ever. Because 30s was a healing time from my 20s. My 20s was hell. 30 was just trying to heal from you kind of become who you are in your 30s and you let things go in regards to resentments and healing from the past, and you stop like trying to, I guess, be somebody you're not, or you become who you are, I guess, theoretically. And you kind of figure out who you're going to, and then 40 is you're living it out. You're like, okay, I had the kids, I got the house, I got the career, now I'm going to start pursuing, like, what do I really want to do with my life, right? Okay, there's pajama shirt and pajama bottoms. Mismatched gnomes, yay. I'm slightly obsessed with gnomes. That's what I want to draw next, is a gnome. There's no place like gnome. Thank you, Jimmy. Jim Jam. Oh, Bullwinkle. I can't do that. Bullwinkle. Hey, Rocky. No, never mind. It's been a while. I'm not like Joey from fucking Full House, okay? You do use references and the kids don't know. When you start calling like 25-year-olds kids, you know you might be getting old. You might be old, man. Jeff Foxworthy. Pajamas,
I need
clothes, hoodie. What do you need?
Are those good for church?
I'm thinking your button down would be nice. Oh, I'm dizzy. The guinea pig needs.
Mom, I need to bring underwear.
I'll grab that. Just stop. It's washed to grab it. The guinea pig like squeals when it's time. I like nothing but classic rock, like Doors, Led Zeppelin, Beatles, Rolling Stones, Leonard Skinner, alternative, Nirvana, White Stripes. I'm just rattling off a few. Pearl Jam. I don't know. 90s alternative, some modern alternative, but that's about it. Like some Christian worship, decent rock songs. Could be good if I'm in the mood to try to go that route. Where the fuck are those guinea pig? Oh. Exhibit A, guinea pig pellets, okay? $25 at the feed store. Feed store was my number one best discovery last year, because you could buy like a bag for $20 that's like literally like this big at Petco. But you can buy all this stuff like giant. How do I get the bag open? That's wick inflation. No, this will do. Just use a heel of a shoe. Rip it open. Whatever works. Whatever works. You want your pellets, your game pig pellets. Come here, Rascal, say hi. Rascal is the cutest guinea pig ever. He's such a cutie. Such a fellow piggy. He's so cute. How can you not like want to squeeze it? I squeeze it, I love it. But it's the cutest fucking thing ever. I have too many pets though, so they don't get enough attention. So when the rodents die off, you probably won't get any more. Because they wanted a guinea pig, then they wanted rats, then they got the rats, then they wanted a guinea pig, and then the dog got adopted. I foster failed. I was fostering a dog. They call it a foster fail when you're like fostering a dog and then you end up just keeping it. So now that's a big responsibility. So the rodents don't get the attention they deserve, and I feel so sorry. I feel so bad for them. They want to come out. I know you do. Poor little rats. Poor little rats. Poor little babies. Just throw like, get in my pocket. Come on, get in there. Get in there. Get in there. We got one that likes to explore. She'll run all over the house and actually come back, but can't do that with a dog. Are you out of... My daughter doesn't keep up with their food, their water, their cages. I mean, she does enough or they'd be dead, but... Oh, I feel bad. Because it wants to, like... They make really good pets, but... For something simple. Look at my daughter, like, ooh. She just turned 9 and she's like knitting, like look, she's literally making a clownfish right now. I'm like, what the fuck? She's like a prodigy or something. I'm like, who does that? Like she knits, like just figured it out. Working on a cardigan. I'm like, okay, cool. Like, what the fuck? That stuff cracks me up. Like, is this a sleeve? I don't know. Uh-oh, she's gonna find me in here. She won't care. She'll be glad. Showing off her, Oh, you little rats. You little ratty tat. They were wanting to come out. Oh, Stripey jumped out of my... You'll have to find... I was showing off your knitting. But the other rat came out. So it was probably... I'm going to give him... We have to do the house and set them up. Find Stripey. Oh, it's under the pillow blanket. Oh. She's so cute. And I just gave... He was squealing for pellets.
I'm excited to go to church tomorrow.
Everyone thinks I don't take you guys. We stopped going to the actual building because on Fridays I do a home church with Bible study, and I've been taking them their whole lives. So.
Mom, can I go down there? I have my stuff packed up.
I don't know if they're expecting you down there. I have no idea. Did you find your underwear and stuff?
Yeah, I found all of it.
Because in socks? Because I just did laundry, and where's your striped shirt that I had on the...
I'm only having one day.
You have a church?
Yeah, I have church.
I had that button down, that really nice button down here. See, he won't wear them for me. I bought him so many nice button downs.
Oh yeah, it's put in my bag.
This is like a really...
I'm bringing the lake that you bought.
A Western...
Put it in my bag. I'm excited to go to church, even though I can't have a sleepover. but they're gonna actually come over here and like pick me up, basically.
Wow.
Yeah, make sure I'm ready.
Mom, I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna bring my light that I bought. Oh my god, because I can't have a sleepover. Well, I can, but like, you know, in my bag. It's 3 boys and 1 girl.
I know, Reagan.
This
That's
in my
appropriate.
bag, please, Mom. So, I don't leave without that. Ines, I want to be my light. Got it? Good job. No, he's not allowed.
He's, well, per his dad, because
Well, can you go watch my room?
eventually they can come back.
Out a lot anyway.
I started a fire. The boys did. I never tattle on that kid, but I had to this time. I'm like, stop watching him for a second. My kids don't know how to use that lighter. They found a lighter right in front of my garage. Built a fire, just thinking it's like a fire pit type of situation, but it's not. It's not. So now he's.
I forgot. I came in here to grab another.
Well, you can put your rats back. So I'm not gonna watch them anymore. Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna finish cleaning my room. So his parents want to keep an eye on him for a while, which is a good thing. Ew, that orange. Where's your shoes? You have no shoes? Why are you walking around without shoes? Don't bring that nasty orange stuff. That stuff's nasty. I can bring you a couple of cans. Then they'll find out I have. Oh my God. Sorry, I haven't been looking at the comments in a while. They killed this. Oh my God. Sorry, I haven't been looking at the comments in a while. They killed this box of. Half a box of. Sorry, I haven't been looking at the comments in a while. They killed this box of. Half a box of. Oh my God. Zeke's calling you again. I don't know why. I don't know what my kids have told those parents to make them feel bad enough to be picking them up for church. It's like, our mom never takes us to church. That's not true. We used to go multiple days a week. I'm off right now. I have a support group for single moms I go to on Tuesdays. And then I try to take them Fridays to the home Bible study, which for me, it's like church. They do music, live music. It's like I don't have a good relation. I mean, I do love my mom, but I have a bit of, I don't know, it's just complicated because I became a ward of the state when I was 14. And so I can't really ask my mom for advice on how to raise kids and, so this other lady kind of adopted me. She has this Bible study that she does. And it's not religious. A lot of people think going to the physical building, you should volunteer for what? Going to the physical building's not, a lot of people will go to the the single parent group. Well, and then I was going to celebrate recovery at a church. I was going 5 nights and then church on the weekends. And I felt like the home group was better because we would all pray together and I don't know, fellowship. It was more impactful and healing than sometimes church. Sometimes church is just getting all dressed up for show and trying to look good. And that's the opposite of, that's the Pharisees. And Jesus was trying to say we are the church, you know, and that woman taking me under her wing for the last 10 years, treating me like a daughter, you know, being there for me when I call and I have a problem, treating my kids like they're her grandchildren, you know, being that family, that is, to me, exemplifies actual church. I think an Alcoholics Anonymous meeting is God enough. I'm not against the buildings. They do a lot of good, too. Thank you, Andy. I'm doing better. How are you?
Nothing for me. Damn. I mean, the tooth thing. The tooth fairy.
Should be in the mail. Put it in mail. Did you check the mailbox?
No. Not in.
I have to clean my room. I don't know why it's so hard for me to organize. I still want to find out what this painting's worth. Yeah, I have all my bath gels and my body lotion. Talk about it, darling. I'm listening. Oh, talk about it, talk about it. Isn't that a song? I always get songs in my head and then I don't know the lyrics. Ooh, baby, she's making me crazy. It smells so good. Brown sugar and fig. This is like from... I was really excited about working with like Playboy, but it's not what I like. I think it's just competition for another I don't know how rigorous their recruiting is. Let's just put it like that. I thought it was like, you know, because I was on a waiting list and like everything, and I don't know if like everyone gets to do it because I went on like, this is gonna sound bad, but it's like there used to be a standard, like a beauty standard, right? This smells so good. Oh my God, I wish you guys could smell it. Wow. And so I completely think it's wonderful. Like, I know that looks don't, like, I don't date for looks, okay, personally, because I think the personality and the intelligence and all these other things add up. Yeah, I love Bath and Body Works when it's on sale, like 80% off. But there still was like the Victoria's Secret models, Sports Illustrated. It's like the way they've always done it. It's like they're changing it, and it's almost like the way they give a blue ribbon for participation. It's like, you get your opportunity to be on the cover because you're X, Y, or Z, right? And I feel like it kind of dilutes the uniqueness of, I don't know, you know what I'm saying? Does anyone get that? Well, it might downgrade their brand, but I might buy some stock in Playboy though. It's only $2, and if their centerfold thing takes off, You get it. Okay. Yeah, it's just, and I know that there's people that, there's beauty in all different body types, and there's, and of course nationalities and stuff, and I think all the nationalities should be, you know, represented, and I get where they're coming from with that. But giving somebody a pageant award just because they're trans when they weren't deserving of it, that happened, where it's like they didn't answer the questions, they didn't have the look, they didn't, you know, and there's some very convincing, beautiful trans people out there, you know. That's why people ask if I am, I guess. They want to make sure. If they're not, maybe, but I'm not, maybe, if they want to, I don't know. I used to think they were, like, trying to be mean, but sometimes they're like, I don't want to be attracted to this person if I don't know that, you know, it's like, I could get that. They asked that question now, but the one that won was not. And I guarantee you she didn't answer, like, the questions or have the best talent. And if she looked right, gave the right answers, had the right, but it literally was, you could tell it was just that, what do they call that? Pity? It's almost like a pity trophy. Like, oh, you got it. We're picking, I don't know. I don't like that kind of stuff. And I was talking about this in another live. I wish they would do, like a, kind of like an Apprentice, a new version of the Apprentice, but without hearing the person's voice, seeing them, knowing what nationality they are, or knowing, so like a blind apprentice, where they have challenges, and then the person that's judging it, of course it won't be Trump, because, you know, all these people hate Trump now, whatever, but let's say it's, they'd probably pick Star Jones to judge it. You know what I mean? Let's pick somebody kind of neutral. Who could judge it? Yeah, I do like sitting at home watching movies. I don't watch a lot of movies because I just have a lot of projects, if that makes sense. But I am kind of a homebody. But I mean, I love nature and I like going on hikes and doing stuff, but I don't desire like the nightlife, if that makes sense. I don't think it's flexibility. This is like a squatting. It's a comfortable position for anyone with a lower back, ever have lower back pain. It stretches your lower back if it gets tight. Anyway, that would be an amazing show, and I really wish I could get with like the producers of whoever makes television to like do a new version of like The Apprentice, like where the person is only judged on their performance of the task. The person that wins the task, doesn't matter if they're LBGTQ, XYZ, doesn't matter what color, gender, they don't hear the name, they don't see them, and all they do is like, okay, here's your task. You're going to be doing marketing for, you know, you're going to be setting up this, you know, we're doing a wedding planning activity, and whoever can plan the best wedding will win this challenge. Your daughter was treated like that? Like what? You'll have to expound upon. sometimes people say like very like vague things. I can't answer their question if they. Okay, I gotta start cleaning this. I don't know what to do. I'm sitting here playing with all these lotions, bath products, and that I stocked up on. I was going to the Smoky Mountains and hiking. Yeah, I have some videos, older videos on my TikTok. Because lately I was doing like true crime. I used to do a lot of like funny stuff and like thirst trap stuff, but they stopped pushing that out. Like you can't even look my name up because SEXY is banned on here. It's awful. So yeah, follow me now because you won't be able to look me up later. I swear to God, if you look up SEXY, it'll say no results. But my old videos, I have tons of older videos that are like funny and like good ones. And I had some viral videos on the true crime thing, so I kind of just stuck to that because it was a more neutral topic for TikTok. But I prefer to do funny stuff, and I want to do my own thing eventually, so I am going to do like I have a YouTube channel, but it's not where it's going to be. It's just trying to build the channel. Then I'm going to start actually putting out like good videos and stuff. Like, did I take time to edit and everything? And then probably go back to streaming on Twitch. I don't know. I'm doing too many things on social media. Smoky Mountains. Yeah, that would be gorgeous. Well, you can find my. You have to find. You can't talk about anything on here, so. You know what I'm saying? You have to like be a detective. Go to YouTube, look in the bio, find my other social media. It's like, it'll take you a few steps to get there. It's a scavenger hunt. I need to start doing live stuff. Yes, I need to start doing that. Full disclosure, I had a CPS case where like my TikToks were being like scrutinized. And I had to kind of pull the plug on what I was doing. Okay. So I went like, I got, hence the true crime stuff, and I wasn't doing stuff that would make me look bad, and I got my letter that my case was closed, and which I knew it would be because it was a bunch of crap. But yeah, I used to go on here and do a lot of lives and go live other places and have fun and dance, and people would love my commentary, I guess. So I've posted a few of those lives on my YouTube, but I need to upload more. I just need to upload all of them and just let them fall where they fall. I don't know. Some of them are better than others, or some of them you might fast forward 10, 20 minutes in, and then it gets good. Or something funny, it's entertaining, or I start screaming at somebody. I don't know. I've had a lot of lives. Because, yeah. when I started TikTok, it was December of 21, and TikTok had already been kind of like, people had became TikTok famous by then, and I was new. I didn't go on there because I was worried about China having all my stuff, but I'm kind of thinking like, everybody, I trust China more than I trust Mark Zuckerberg, to be honest with you, and he has all of my stuff. And I don't really do Facebook much anymore. I'm sick of them. So, and there's other social medias that don't have as much, like Twitter now. Oh my gosh. Since Elon Musk took over, now he could have been an implant. I'm convinced that was almost planned for people to think that they have transparency and that we have freedom of speech, but he still has electric cars. You know, he's still with the people, that same agenda, right? He's one with them. So I like Elon, but I don't 100% trust him. But Twitter is better. I'll follow you back, but I get like thousands of messages, and so if it were a full-time job, then I would be like messaging people like back and stuff, but I do work a regular job, and it's hard to like keep up with all the socials, you know? But Twitter's better. And it was. Thank God. If you look at Facebook, Facebook's not doing that good. Like their stocks and stuff. And I don't think the metaverse is taking off like they had hoped. And quite frankly, I do this because I do like to engage with people and have conversation. And I know that there's a lot of people that are very genuine on TikTok, and that I've made really good, legitimate friends on here that if we lived local, like we would hang out probably, you know, but I feel like there is a problem with social media and people, like the kids, right? The generation, because when I was a kid, I'm 39, but we didn't even I saw the CD get invented, right? The Walkman went into the Discman, right? The VHS, the Blockbuster, and the new release was always gone. You'd hope there was one in the return bin. You could only have it for 2 days or something. It wasn't, those are the days I remember. A lot's changed. I cannot get this open. Come on. There we go. I think there's going to be major problems. I know. Mickey, thanks for the gift. Missed that. Oh, you got it. Lady Gaga. There's a lot of issues in COVID too, made it worse, but there's a lot of issues with like social media, like everything being in a digital world. So, but what I'm saying is I feel like I can't actually connect and be authentic here on TikTok. So I do like this app. It's like my favorite probably, but I don't like all of their like BS like crap. Kevin's back. Did you price out that map? Did you date it yet? He says I gotta call the art studio to find out though. He struck me as someone who would be knowledgeable about such things. But what I was saying about the social media, yeah, so really it's so weird. I almost miss the days of like no cell phones, right? And being in the present moment. And if you think about it, that's why kids are more like in the present moment, because they don't have phones, little kids, and they don't have to worry about like paying bills. So they're just like in the moment, you know, and that's where I'm trying to be too. But I feel like the online stuff can definitely be an addiction and a struggle. But what's worse is the people that have grown up in this type of environment and they don't know any other way. It's like, so those dating sites, I won't do any online dating. It's like not real. It's everybody swiping for the best. I was talking to Kevin about that yesterday. But they're, you know, looking for the next best thing that's going to meet all the boxes. And, oh, thank you. I'm your favorite TikToker. Yeah, I did a little bit of it in the past, but I didn't understand why it was just so awful. But it really is very awful to meet somebody solely on some pictures and the best explanation that they can give you of who they are. So I hear it all the time that this guy will pick a girl who's really hot, take her out to dinner, and there's like nothing there. Like she's boring, doesn't really talk. Or there's somebody else who's probably like great, but they might have a body type that, oh, well, you didn't look like that in the photos, and then they felt misled by that, and it just doesn't go well. My best friend got married off of somebody she met on Tinder, but it was brand new. It was like an actual dating site at that time, not like a hookup. I saw a one-legged man at the bank today. He said he was checking his balance. Oh my God. I have not heard that one. That one's good. I like that one. I bet you have some good Chuck Norris jokes. Chuck Norris is the reason that Waldo is hiding. Like, what's the other one? There's some really... When Chuck Norris does push-ups, he doesn't push himself up. He pushes the earth down. Kevin will like that if he's still here. Topographical plane. What's his face will like that one. Tell Chuck Norris won a staring contest with the sun. There was some really good ones. Oh, wait. I made up one. Chuck Norris got bit by a vampire. He didn't turn into a vampire, but the vampire turned into Chuck Norris. I think I made that one up. What was the other one? Oh my God. Or Chuck Norris got bit by a zombie. The zombie died. That was literally like on my profile line on my dating app too. Was like Chuck Norris is the reason Waldo is hiding. That was like my quote, inspirational quote. I should make a book. I have several books to make. That's for damn sure. I have so much to say. And I'm not saying like, oh my God, I'm better than everyone else. It's just, oh my God, I've been through so much in my life for one person, and it's just, and the fact that I'm still here and I'm overcoming is nothing shy of a miracle. I mean, why I believe that there's a God, and then I have some kind of destiny or divine purpose, if you will, because it makes no sense. Life is hard. My God, it's hard. I don't know. I guess it's hard for everyone. I feel like some people have it worse than others. Some people have, just some real things that are just against them, and they overcome. Some people grow up and everything is just handed to them and they don't overcome it. It's a crapshoot, man. It's hard knock life. It's a hard knock life. I know, I think people that grew up in relatively stable environments have a tendency to maybe struggle less, because what I've learned is, there's a lot of anxiety and turmoil. There's a lot of people that can't handle stressors that well. And that's because they grew up with a lot of trauma and a very chaotic environment, and they get triggered. I mean, that's what was happening to me, was constantly being triggered and losing my shit and not understanding why. But I think people that grow up with stable, at least one stable parent, have a better shot, or if they've seen their parents overcome hardships, or they had that one person to give them a hug and tell them everything's going to be okay. I got your back. And I think I didn't have that, not feeling, sorry for myself anymore anyway. But because I didn't have that, it's made life extremely challenging. Relationships, bonding with people, all of that. I don't know. Because when you grow up without a normal attack, being able to have close bonds, Jesus can help with family, It's just, I don't know what I'm trying to say, but it screws you up. I don't know. So I've been on my healing journey last over 3 years now, been back in therapy, just saying, you know what, I'm gonna get better. But unfortunately, the healing process is usually painful, to be honest with you, because a lot of people live with a denial that they don't know that they have. So I think a lot of people, in order to preserve their own sanity or safety, will literally believe, my parents were great, they were wonderful parents, where maybe it was okay, but maybe there was some things there that they blacked out or forgot about, or to protect. The psyche wants to protect itself. So that's why a lot of trauma survivors will have these big chunks of memory that's just not there. And my therapist it's weird, because I was talking to her about why, I've never had good therapy sessions. It was just me rambling about what's going on this week, what's wrong with me this week, But this last time around, I mean, it's finally getting there where it's better, right? Because I'm like finally out of the denial. And then I had to realize how truly kind of screwed up I was, and then how far I still had to go. And that's the hardest part, is coming out of the denial, because you start feeling the pain, right? Grieving the lost childhood, grieving. There was a lot of grief for me being a single parent. I had to grieve that. And I was, that's why I became Sexy Single Mama, because I was like, fuck it. You know, I was acting out because I was like, well, I'm hot and I'm a single mom. Oh, well, everyone thinks I'm a trashy single mom, so I'm just going to be like that, right? But it helped me. I owned it. It doesn't hurt like it did. And I'm so grateful now that I'm not in a toxic relationship. And I'm so much better. And there was a time where I did not think I was better off. You know, I wanted the white picket fence and the marriage and, you know, whatever. I wanted that American dream. And now I see so many people financially trapped with these women that they can't take care of themselves, and they tough it out for the sake of the kids. But to give up like 2 decades of your life toughing it out for the sake of the kids, to me is an atrocity. I mean, I did like 2 years, and I'm like, I'm doing it. It was so painful. Don't get me wrong, though. Oh my God, it was painful. So it took years to heal, truthfully. Thank you, Arthur. But your disappointment have done so much work and still somewhere. I know, thank you. But I'm so grateful now, even though the problem is a lot of people like myself, okay, I'm not saying I'm perfect, 'cause I'm not. I used to like look at people, think, well, I want that. I want to make the money they're making. But it's like, I just wanted that to snap my fingers and have that. That was the problem, is that, do you have the discipline to get up at 5 a.m. every day, put one foot in front of the other repeatedly for years to earn that, right? And that's instant gratification, yeah. And I now have a job where I don't have to work that hard, and I make decent money. But I did those year after year after year after year. I mean, like I was collecting leads. Like, it was easy because I was just given a gift card for an electricity bill for the sales reps or whatever. But I busted it, like, because it wasn't a hard job to me, but it took a lot of self-discipline and self-motivation to go out to make the money. And I had to do it for years. And now I look back, and I've been with this company like 7.5 years, and I'm one of the top sales reps on my team. And it's like, it feels like, oh, that was easy. But when I think about it, it's like, no, you went out no matter what the weather was, rain, snow, 105-degree days, because I'm in Texas, all summer long. I mean, I pounded the pavement thinking that it was just it's gonna be easy one day, but it's like, it didn't happen like that, you know. And healing's like that too, and it's painful. It was very painful, like leaving my kid's dad and raising kids by myself, not knowing how I was going to like survive. I got this house. I didn't even budget it really. You know, I'm like, I don't even know how I'm going to make the bills. But I really think it was just my faith that made it happen, to be honest. It was just like, I had a dream to have a house for my kids, and I was living with 5 other women under a house. I mean, it was my friend and her mom, and her daughter was like 18. So those 3 women. Then she moved her other lady friend in with a girl. I mean, it was a 1,400 square foot house, and we had like 8 people under the roof. But I listened to that Dave Ramsey's quote that stuck in my head that says, live like nobody else so that later you can live like nobody else. And I'm like, well, living like nobody else is, you know, screwed up, single mom, former foster child that actually has a house. That'd be like living like nobody. You know what I mean? Like, that's not, you know. So, but I rented that house for 2 years. It was hard though. It was hard living with all those other women. And that's the thing. A lot of people don't want to do the uncomfortable thing to get what they want long enough to get the outcome they want. And that's been my struggle in a lot of areas of my life as well. But that's what I've learned now that I'm almost 40. So that's why I say it's a lot easier when you get older and wiser, and it's hard being young. I can't imagine the young kids now and how expensive everything is. And I wasn't given any. I didn't have family to turn to. I had no leg up. I moved to Texas with $2,200 in my bank account. And 10 years ago, my whole life has been a struggle. Yep, mine too. But now it's getting better. But the thing about it was, I didn't feel better. And because I've never had a situation where everything was okay. And I had like money in the bank, and kids are healthy, and job is good. And now that I was finally at a place where I was okay, where I've never fucking been, I've never been in a place of like not dealing with a crisis. I was living and feeling like I was in crisis. And my therapist is telling me that when you're a survivor of trauma, even after the trauma ends, she calls it living the legacy of trauma. You're still living it. The brain's patterns are still the same. You're still getting triggered. The amygdala's firing up, waiting for the next shoe to drop, right? The next pandemic, that triggered me so bad. I was a psycho in 2020. Wow. I went down all those rabbit holes and New World Order, end times. I've got to stock up. The weirdest fucking thing ever. I have so much to say that I keep changing the subject. I'm on to something really good, and then I change the subject, and then I lose it. So I've got like these batteries, right, that I stocked up, like a bunch of them too, like different sizes. Trust me, like it's $150 worth of fucking batteries. Like 300 batteries. Because each pack's like 48 AA's. I got 3 of those. 2 packs of the AA's. Weirdest thing ever. Tell me why my children were walking today and they found this. And apparently it was closed. They're the ones that ripped it open. They found this sealed up. They found this sealed up on the creek bed. Then they had picked off the paper themselves, ripped it open, ran back in here and said, "Look what we found." They do. They always bring mommy stuff. They brought furniture. They got me the best chairs that somebody was throwing away. Isn't that so beautiful when you like, see, I was just so depressed before. I wouldn't even have had the gratitude, but they came here with these 2 chairs. Because somebody had them on a curb. Isn't that sweet? And I had these like real high ones that kept falling over that somebody donated to me. And those are the perfect chairs. Like, they're not brand new, but they're the perfect chairs for our... I had this custom made. Look, it's got shit on it. Sorry. I had the whole kitchen remodeled. It's beautiful, but I designed it. It just looks like shit because I'm not a homemaker. Sorry. Well, I could decorate really good, but I'm just organized. Oh, I'm going to let the chickens out maybe. I really believe that was a God thing about those batteries, because there's a verse that says, like, to test, like, when you tithe and stuff, and that your cup will be running over with measure. Somebody, I don't quote scripture that well. It literally says shaken and pressed down. They've witnessed 2 of their counterparts die, so they used to come up to me now, but they're skittish. I really think, because I was, you know how like you'll be like real greedy, you don't want to, I used to be like that. I give now because it always comes back. Like, I give when I feel like led to or whatever. It's not like a, you're not supposed to give like begrudgingly, like, ugh. A lot of people give with this fear. I used to, because of my trauma of not having enough. I thought that if I was like giving people, like, I had to hoard everything for myself, but that's like a scarcity mindset, really. And there's a lot of people, and I'm not judging them for that, because I had that, but they're like scared to give away $1 or just do something kind for somebody. Oh, they brought the laundry basket back too. But see, they're like little... That makes me... See, I used to beat myself up thinking, oh my God, I'm such a bad mom. That was a broken record in my head. Which isn't true. And that's the problem. We believe these lies about ourselves, and then that becomes what we repeat to ourselves, and then inevitably we act that out, and we're getting these vicious cycles that we can't get out of, you know? But, so I'm working on not, you're supposed to say the opposite of what is. You're supposed to, so you say, oh, I love being a mom, I'm so blessed. It was so hard for me to say that, because I was so bitter and burnt out and depressed and lonely for so long, but praise God, I'm not. You know, I'm not perfect. I'm still healing, but that Joyce Meyer used to say, I'm not where I want to be, but praise God, I'm not where I was, right? Progress, not perfection. But the weirdest thing about those batteries is I was a little angry but I was still doing it. I wasn't angry, but I think Kevin was on. Was it Kevin? And I was like, they're communists trying to tell me they need batteries for their friends. Because I have, it was with the ice cream sandwiches. Can we give them to our friends? It's like, yeah, I bought like 3 dozen because they were on sale because that's how I shop. So, presence, not perfection. So, like, oh God, I have a story. I get too distracted. I think every time they needed batteries, they'd be like, oh, we need 4 batteries. You need some. I was the battery lady. I was constantly giving batteries away. And now, look at that. And I bet you they work. You want to test them out? I bet you that they work. I really think that was like God, because I literally said that to somebody. I was like, well, it always comes back, like tenfold. I give away like 4 batteries and I get 48 like 2 days later. Right? Look at that. It's weird. I have to test it. What can I use to test it with? Don't say anything inappropriate. Those are rechargeable now. I don't use batteries. Oh my gosh. I guess that light. Let's see if it'll... If I take these out, I'm going to test these batteries. The remote control, right? I gotta go and start cleaning my room. I thought I was gonna clean my room on the phone with you guys, but I'm getting lost in thought. That's my problem. When I start cleaning, I get all sentimental and I start looking at everything and reading everything. Now, he was thinking they were in the water and washed up. I don't think they were in the water. I, for the life of me, can't figure out who was camping out there with a pack of batteries, which is only from Sam's Club. It's the only one that sells those batteries in that 48 pack. I was almost like, if they don't work, look at that. They work. That is, if that doesn't make you, see, now a lot of people will say that's no proof of God. That is no proof of God. But I swear I was like annoyed that they were asking me for batteries the other day. They needed like 4 double A's. Thank you, Gavin. Follow Gavin. MC McCree. It's just a proof of karma. If you give, you will receive. That's true. If you don't believe in God and you just believe in like the law of attraction, or like somehow that is your higher power, like the universe and the law of attraction, I guess it can apply there as well. I just feel the energy of, and I get my prayers answered. So I don't know. I've just had encounters of prayers where like things have happened and lined. I don't know. So I don't know. I think there is some kind of God, some kind of, or universal energy, something. I feel it. I don't feel, well, not all the time. Sometimes I feel dead inside, but sometimes I feel the spirit within me. I feel like there's something more that makes up a human than, I feel like we're so weird and complex and emotional, and it's almost like the thought of a God is so crazy, right? But like the thought of a human to me is just as crazy. I feel like us as humans and having this like emotion and this soul and this pit inside of us wanting to be filled, right, with something. There's something more, right? I don't know how to explain it. I just for the life of me cannot believe that we're just here for 80 years or whenever, you know, and that's it. We're just here to work and suffer and, you know what I'm saying? It just doesn't make sense. So, but everybody questions their faith. I don't know. For me, these batteries, yeah, and they work too. I'm just saying. That was wild because I remember thinking like, giving them 4 batteries, but then my second thought was, it's going to come back. I don't have to have a scarcity mindset. And then I get 48 batteries. Like, what the fuck? That's crazy. That's a real true story. And somebody could say I'm lying and stuff all they want, but I'm not. Like, I'm seriously not. Like, did it really fucking happen? This is my battery drawer. It has... Oh, I don't know about the 48 laws of power. What's that about? It is a testimony. A test becomes a testimony. What's the other one? I don't remember the other one. Trial, struggle. There's power in our words. Honestly. And I'm, like I said, I'm still healing and I'm still recovering, but man, it's not been easy. It has not been an easy journey. But when you start to get on the other side and you actually start feeling better, and then you see other people who like got married before they found themselves and found God, and they married somebody who they're not really like aligned with, and they're just toughing it out for the sake of the kids. It's just like, I have a lot of gratitude today for being a single mom, but it used to be an embarrassment. I had shame. Not because of needing like any help. You know, I'm not on welfare anymore, but when I was, that didn't shame me. The dad wasn't doing his part, and I'm the one stepped up raising them, and I don't have family helping me, so I didn't have shame from that. I had that cloak of shame of that, almost that like identity that being a single mom was somehow being trashy, right? Was being less than, was someone who kind of ran hard, got knocked up by, you know, somebody who, and I knew what I was doing. I mean, I was 29. Like, I kind of intentionally got pregnant. The younger people, I'm like, why do you keep getting pregnant? Don't you know, like, how to use... So, I know how to use precautions. Let's just put it like that. Was careful. But at that point, my biological clock was ticking. I was 30. I'm like... And that's what happened. And then it wasn't until months later... the whole thing kind of unraveled, and the guy was lying to me, and just a real bad situation. But I didn't blame him, because I knew knew I was an unhealthy individual who got with somebody. That's the problem. When you don't heal, you end up picking a partner who's also not whole. And if you had childhood abandonment wounds, you would maybe pick somebody who was destined to abandon you, essentially. So I feel like a lot of single moms, the stigma of it is that they are kind of loose and mentally ill. And I was not an outlier. So that was my identity for a while, right? That's trashy single mom thing. And just, then I'd be doing everything. I was going to church, sitting by myself year after year, going to church, looking around and seeing those doting dads with the babies in the baby bag. And here I am, like, looking like this, like, because my kids are, like, running in two directions, and I'm, like, frazzled, and everyone's so fake in church, so they're all like, are you okay? And I'm like, I'm surviving, I'm here, I'm as good as I can be. Like, I was always like that, like, literally looked like one of my eyeballs was gonna pop out, like, so, yeah. You'll think of it when you need to, Kevin. So I was so, like, real, like, authentic. And I didn't go and do the big church, like, hey, I'm great. I would, like, be like, well, I'm struggling. I'm just kind of losing it. And then these people would, like, give me money. Like, oh, well, here's $20. Or I think it was even $40. I'm like, hey, good job, Nolan. Your little outburst actually got us money. I was like, they just felt sorry for me. It probably explains all the CPS cases, because what I looked like in public was what I looked like in private. So usually that differentiates with people. So that was my story of feeling, like, shamed to be a single mom. I felt like there was, like, a stigma of, like, that trashy, poor, people were always giving me handouts, which I liked, don't get me wrong, but it also made you feel kind of yucky. Like, here I am again, right? Like, oh, they're giving me a turkey for Thanksgiving, and it's a wonderful blessing. And I feel so happy that the people have a heart to do that, to help the single parents. And I think that's wonderful in my church that they have such a strong community for single parents. I think because, but honestly, like, they act like single parenting isn't that common. And quite frankly, I feel like it's extremely common. And I feel like you're a single dad with 2 kids. Yeah, it's because of the divorce. What I was getting at was people that get together without healing. Most single moms, they get judged in the dating world because they didn't pick right. They allowed themselves to get knocked up. And that's, the women kind of end up wearing the blame for that, I feel like. So I felt that. And then I'm not a feminist. I'm not like a man hater. I never blamed my kid's dad. I knew that I owned it because I got with this guy. I wasn't healthy, and I got with a guy who was not healthy, and now I'm a single parent. But then I go to church and I'm, like, sitting, and all the people are being so lovely to me, but it's almost like you feel like it's out of, like, what's the word? Like, sympathy, like not, it's out of, like, pity. Does that make sense? I felt pitied. I felt like being a single mom, But then I also used, I took out my single mom card when I was like trying to get a quote on something in the house. You're bending over. How much is it going to cost? Oh, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I should probably get a tax return. I should get something back because, I'm a single mom with 2 kids, head of the household here, paying all the bills, but I really need to get that pipe fixed. Oh my gosh. But yeah, I felt like society just looks down on single moms. And here's the thing. Why? Because in my situation, I could have stayed with that guy. He was giving me a $1,400 paycheck every week to pay all the bills. I didn't have to work. Inflation, of course, that probably wouldn't fly nowadays. That was, 8 years ago. Now I look at it just the opposite. How amazing and strong these men and women are that say, I'm not going to teach my children what unhealthy love looks like. No matter how hard it is, no matter how much I struggle, even if I have to go to the food pantry or the church, for me, that was the better alternative than trying to be fake in a relationship and let my children witness some weird thing between their mom and dad and an unhappy marriage. I thought that was not a good example. It takes a lot of courage for women. AAA Town 1. I read that as I'm happy vasectomy. I'm happy with my vasectomy. Wait, that reminds me of that guy that got the vasectomy because he didn't want to have kids. So after the doctor's appointment, he went straight home and he was like, oh crap, it didn't work. The procedure didn't work. His kids were still there. Sometimes you got to give people a second with a joke to catch up to the punchline. I'm trying to clean my room. This is still funny. There's this girl I think Kevin was on when I said that. She said she was going to take one of those big giant black bath bombs and hide it in her hand or pocket and go get baptized. So that all that fizz would come. That would be amazing. Would that not be amazing? I want to do it. And I've been baptized twice. Oh my God. When I finally decided to get baptized, it changed my life. Basically my life flipped upside down. And that's kind of how the story I came right here to tell you how I became the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I said it in a song, but my life did flip up. Yes. In West Philadelphia, born and raised on the playground where I spent most of my days. Hanging out, chilling, relaxing, shooting some b-ball outside school, and a couple of no good. Started making trouble in my neighborhood. I got in one little fight. My mom got scared and said, "You're moving with your auntie. You're not going Bel-Air." Oh gosh, somebody help me out. Lord Jesus. Oh boy. I don't know why I said that. I had a quote in my head. I don't know where it came from. Darn it. Don't you hate it when that happens? People are like, no, that actually does not happen to me. I don't randomly have Eddie Murphy pretending to be a black woman doing a quote. Medela? I haven't even watched that one. Miss Stoltfire. Oh, man. She should have won Woman of the Year. Robin Williams was... I actually heard he maybe had a diagnosis that was like really bad, like Parkinson's. I think he might have did it because of a bad health thing where everything was going to derail on him or something. I don't know. You all remember Dr. Kevorkian? That's my problem. I was not prevented. I hate the elongated O. It's a pet peeve of mine. The mom. It's so much worse than just, hey, mom. Yeah, what's going on?
Can I use this straw?
Oh, yeah, I think you can use a straw now. Didn't they just say for a day?
I think so. But I haven't grabbed my toothbrush.
I would still be careful with the straws. He had a little tooth pulled. Yeah. Chilling out, maxing, relaxing, all cool and all, shooting some b-ball outside of school when a couple of guys who happened to go in started making trouble in my neighborhood. I got in one little fight. My mom got... Oh, yeah. I already sang that part. I whistled for a cab, and when it came near... Oh, now it would be an Uber. Remember when we actually had cabs? What the fuck? When it came near, my license plate said fresh, and there was dice in the mirror. So I literally had dice in my car. I thought it was so cool. Like my first car, I had to have fuzzy dice. Maybe I should, like... I wish I could find my... thingamabobber. I can't... I hate it when I want to sing a song and I don't know the words. That's like every song. Put them together and what have you got? Bibbidi bobbidi. Bibbidi bobbidi boo. Oh... Thank you, David. I was talking about that earlier, and I think it's just almost like, I don't know yet if it means anything. I don't know if they don't eventually accept everyone to be a creator. You know, I thought it was like a big deal at first, like, because I was on like this waiting list and stuff, but something I was talking about earlier. Everyone's got their own, you know, taste and standard of beauty, but I feel like I get body positivity, but I don't understand why you can't be proud of the fact. Like, I work out with a trainer 3 days a week, and I pay for it too, you know, like it's an investment, you know, so I work and I hustle to make money to afford to like do that, because I wouldn't see the same results without the trainer, and I had a back injury and I didn't want to live in pain. So I see too many people like, that goes back to the pharmaceutical companies, you know, why would they get you well when they would lose a client? If they pay, like, do you realize, like, you spend like $5-6 grand on training for a year? How much would that save the insurance companies? That person probably wouldn't have to get another kneecap replaced and another, you know. Yeah, I worked out, but without the trainer, there's no way. I don't have that self-discipline. I have the self-discipline to go to the gym, but I wouldn't have had nearly as quick of results, you know. And people want to invest money in like everything, but it's like, why don't you invest in yourself? That's what I finally realized, because I was always scared to spend money, right? Because of my scarcity mindset and trauma and being a single mom and stuff. So I finally was like, if you think about like your body and you think about what you'd spend in a year on personal training to get physically fit and healthy, look at how much less you're spending later on healthcare, right? And I'm able to do some of my own stuff now. Start a dance. I can pick up my dog food now. You know, throw it on my shoulder, put it in the car. I was on my roof on my house for like 2.5 hours like this, sawing the tree branches away from the roof. So I didn't have to hire somebody to work. I don't want to get in trouble. I just learned how to twerk like last year. Because I'm tall. I thought twerking was like this, like just like almost like that yoga move, cat camel. But apparently, because people be like, oh, it's in the knees. If you're tall, here's a pro tip. You have to like bend your knees and go all the way down almost. And then you can kind of bounce it. I didn't know. Nobody taught me until I hung out with my friends in the hood, okay? I went to the hood. They were laughing their asses off because they're like, girl, no, because I couldn't do it. I'm doing that. They taught me. Can you believe that? I got reunited with, I need to catch up with her soon too. I had so much fun there. I had so much fun. I still can't. I didn't say I was that great or perfect at it. Honestly, didn't have a butt at all. I have a tiny butt now, but I had like it wasn't even flat. It like sunk in kind of, but like it was horrible. I have a little bit. I have a little booty from working out. Is life reality? I don't know how to answer that. I'm 5'11". I would say I'm like 5'10" and a half, but people yell at me, you're 6 foot at least. So you gotta be 6'1", because every dude thinks that they're 6 foot measured like 20 years ago with shoes and like a hat on the top of their head. I'm 6 foot, so you gotta be like 6'2". I'm like, no, bro. No. Tweaking, more like it, not twerking. I only did it for a second. And I didn't say I was that good at it. Sean. It's an interesting photo. Thanks for the follows. Better follow now. You won't be able to, because sexy is banned. I kid you not. Try to look up the word sexy. You will see no results found. You can look up single mama and find me, but sexy, they took the Y out. Like, you can't even use the hashtag. If you Google sexy single mama, you'll see like 2.1 million. I'm not, yeah, Mike, I'm serious. Where's my other phone? I'll show you. So when people try to type in my name, which sucks, they're like, oh, I wonder if she's made any videos lately. Because I used to make funny, you know, sexy video, you know. And then I said I went to the, like, true crime stuff because it was safer. And I was really following this case intently. And then I started thinking I wanted to do, like, on my YouTube eventually, like, true crime podcast, like make some shows, which are going to be time consuming. I was going to start writing to like inmates, my favorite serial killers, which could get weird. I don't know how to approach that. I know that Dennis Rader doesn't want to be called BTK, so address him as Dennis. Hey Dennis, how's it going? Yeah, but he loves it. They love the attention, because can you imagine how lonely it is to be in there? I always end up feeling bad. Oh, that's why I date sociopaths all the time. I always feel bad for them. Oh, they're poor. They can't help themselves. Oh, their bad childhood, you know. But I had a horrible childhood, and I'm not like that. Thank God. Sadly, it's a brain thing. It's just not wired right. They don't experience guilt like we do. Some of us do. I don't know. Fuck. I have to like wash the bottom of this shoe, sorry. I mean, I can relate though. I've had those times where I flipped out. I did the psychopathy self-assessment. Ah! The plumbers left the shower on. Yesterday I said that my pipes broke or something because I had all that water that was like busted. It was going into my neighbor's yard. I had plumbers over here. Also, I thought my shower would leak. That's why I don't use showers. And the odd thing is, it was like, I'm here, I'm washing my foot because I stepped in, something was on the bottom of my shoe. I'm trying to clean it off. Like mud from going outside a second or something. I don't want to get it every. So basically, the plumbers come out here and I'm telling them there's a leak. And they're, for like 20 minutes, they're looking and trying to find it. And I had my water off all morning. I turned it back on. No water. There's no. I looked so dumb. I'm like, I swear it's in my head. Well, come to find out, it was the neighbor left the hose on in their pool overnight and water overflowed, went to my yard, and then went to my neighbor. Praise God for that. I thought I was going to have to repair something. But then when we turned the shower on, because while I had them here, I wanted a quote for my shower area. It's just tile and a tub and the plumbing. So it's like, I'm rinsing my shoe off, to be honest with you. So it's kind of like, he quoted $4,500. I'm like, I just need to have him do the plumbing stuff, and I need to learn how to tile it myself. I really think I could. I think it'd be fun to tile. I had some ex-boyfriends back in the day that were like contractors. One did painting. So I learned how to paint, like interior cut. He taught me how, because I'm artistic, so I can paint really good. And then I have used caulk. And then I've done like some roof tear-offs, you know, ripping the shingle, the demolition. That stuff's not complicated. And it's a great way to get your anger out. So why not? Why pay somebody else to have all the fun of like taking a sledgehammer to this tile and just, you know what I mean? think about somebody you're mad at. You mother. It's therapeutic. Like, I'm gonna pay $500 for them to do that? Really? No. No. So, yeah. I had another guy who did hardwood floors. So he taught me how to like rack and stagger the floors, but I fucked up with my flooring. I bought flooring that I thought was good, and it's shit. It's been a year, and it's like fucked up already. Well, I'm not getting myself in trouble here. I'm just trying to rinse my shoe off. My phone needs to charge. I gotta clean my room today. I mean, I've hired people to do organizing. It just, oh my God, it just never. The one girl I had, though, was awesome. But, of course, she went on to work for, like, really wealthy people and can charge $60 an hour. I'm not paying $60 an hour. I was paying her, like, $24 an hour. She would organize for 5 hours for, like, $120. And holy crap, that was worth it. Sometimes when you get older, because I used to be like really cheap, you start realizing like my time actually has value, and like.
How are you doing your room?
I am.
No, you're not. You just did the brakes on the Jeep.
Okay. Everyone thinks I don't have a dad. So you shouldn't. It's my friend. He's like I'm sitting here telling everyone I'm a foster child and poor me, and now I've got like accountability. Like, you're supposed to be cleaning your room, you're on TikTok. It's like, they think I'm 39 years old. I'm joking, I really am 39. I didn't lie to you guys.
I'm not hanging around tonight to watch it.
Okay. I'm making headway. Do you not see this box? I have soaps.
This is stuff that just came in.
Shut. No, it didn't just come in. There's a couple things that I added. I did order them. That was funny. There was like 4 extra things that were not in the pet that I put in there. Oh my God. Oh my God, thank you. I don't want to organize it. It's so hard for me. I don't know why. Oh my gosh. I want to be like really organized. So lotions, soaps, body sprays. Gosh, I don't know how to do this. This is like ADHD at its finest, I guess. I mean, I use that as an excuse, but I don't know. I can't get dopamine to like, can't get my dopamine hits cleaning for some reason. I thought if I made it really exciting and I'm like on TikTok and I'm like getting all this attention. God. All these people are watching me. That gives me dopamine. This makes me go into a freeze shutdown place. Overstimulation. I don't know. Guys, I might be on the spectrum. I'm not joking or serious. Like low. I'm not joking or serious. Like low. That's the problem with all of these diagnoses. Like, everybody. It's the human condition. All of the ailments. But we're like, oh, I'm sad. I need medicine. It's like, it's the human condition to be sad sometimes. I just don't want to feel it. I'm sorry. I don't want to feel human. Like, what is this salty substance? Like, when I cry, it's like, I have emotions? What? I don't. See, my friends trying to hold me accountable, and it's like, go away. You're ruining my fucking fun. I never go on live because I'm trying to be responsible. I used to go on lives all the time and hang out and have so much fun. Get a little break from my kids. Oh my gosh. Okay.
It's gonna let the dog out. But then I saw chicken out. And nobody put a sign up. Nobody let him in. Nobody told me who let him out?
Me.
They're already out all morning.
I'm in trouble. I let the chickens out and I didn't tell anyone. They could have let the dog out and it could have been a catastrophe. Because I was distracted on TikTok. What's going on? Hey, native hottie. Hey, do you know anything about this piece right here? This is from Vanguard Studios, and I really think it's worth money. I know I haven't been trying to be responsible. Like today, I'm supposed to be cleaning my room, and I haven't been on here in so long, and it's like I feel like the algorithm like knows when you're gonna leave, because like I'll be like, yeah, I'm gonna have to go, and then all of a sudden I got like hundreds of people in my live, and then it's like hard to like hang up on 750 people. But I'm trying to figure out. Oh my God, your husband passed away in October. I'm so sorry. You poor thing. That's awful. This is like real though. That's not a print. That's actual like, you know, textured paint with a signature. Very heavy. In the back of it says Vanguard Studios, and if you look up Vanguard Studios, yeah, I do. We should get together. Do you have kids? I'll invite you if you want. Hey.
Can you see me?
No, you have to turn the camera on. I think it's in like the inner
Okay, I see it.
of the features. And then there you go.
Okay,
I'm trying to flip my
looking
camera
like
over.
crap. But yes, I've got a 5-year-old.
Oh yeah, I have a son that's 6. I'm saying we should get together for sure and have like a play date.
Yeah, that would be
With
awesome.
kids, take him to a park for sure. I have a
Yeah,
boy
I
that's
would
really
around
energetic,
the
and then I have a daughter that's a little older. She just turned 9.
He's 5. He's a tall 5-year-old. But yeah, I have a park right around the corner from me.
Yeah, we're in the general area.
Hewlin Mall area.
It'd be far for me to go.
Oh,
I'm more north, but I drive all over. I drive like Garland, and I don't mind driving.
yeah, like of the Hewlin Mall area.
Or maybe, yeah, I could just go to the mall. Shit, I haven't been to the mall in so long. So what happened with your? That's so tragic.
He had a blood clot in his leg,
Oh.
and that morning I woke up and came back here to the bedroom and tried to wake him up, and I found him dead in the bed.
Holy, talk about wow.
So, yeah, it was very,
That is traumatic. Dang.
very hard.
And blood on the bread, everything. Blood.
Oh,
And go up.
He said blood and throw up was on the bed.
yeah.
I had to, yeah, he was in the bedroom with me whenever I went to wake him up. I was asleep on the couch, and then I had to go run upstairs to my neighbor upstairs. I was pounding on the door, and I was like, I need you to take Reese. I was like, Ty's dead. And they were like, what? And I was like, I need you to take him. And I had to get back down there, and I had to call 911, and I was on the bed on top of him doing chest compressions until they got here and they pronounced him. And I kept telling them, he's gone. He's gone. And they kept telling me to keep doing chest
I hear
compressions.
that
I
now
did.
on those 911 calls.
But
Almost seems
the
more
blood,
traumatizing
the blood and stuff
when
from that was from the
no.
blood clot that it came out. And
Oh my god.
the thing was, on the 19th, he went to this doctor that they referred him to. And he asked to be admitted because his leg was worse than what it was whenever he was originally in the hospital on October 5th and 6th.
Oh,
The doctor, instead of admitting him into the hospital, told him to keep taking the blood thinners he was taking, and he was going to refer him over to a blood specialist to see why his blood
you
clotting.
probably have a wrong.
This was on the 19th. On the night of the 21st, we did pumpkins with our son, and my husband wanted to cook Philly cheesesteak sandwiches, and he cooked those. I was asleep on the couch. He was supposed to be getting up at like 5 o'clock in the morning to go to work.
Then
And
then I daddy would call I auntie and tell. Then I auntie told him to wake I daddy up, and he wouldn't wake up. That's why I ran there to wake our army up and tell her to wake it up. And he was dead.
so I was asleep on the couch, and the phone rang, and Reese went to go grab the phone, and it was his aunt. His work was calling and was trying to get a hold of him because he never showed up to work. So I got up off of the couch, and that's whenever Reese was already in there trying to wake him up. He was face down into the mattress, So Reese didn't actually see the throw up and the blood and stuff except for on the mattress afterwards because I got him rolled over. I seen it. Whatever, I got him rolled over and I seen it. I heard and I got him out of the house. So
Have you talked to any attorneys yet?
I have tried these over the things that I've looked up online of attorneys that don't get paid unless you win, but I've not had any luck because I really think that I've got a
I can.
case.
I'll help you talk to some.
I was aware,
Dude,
but if the doctor would have admitted him whenever he went on the 19th instead of just sending him home and saying we're going to refer you to the blood specialist, keep taking, we expressed our concern
no.
about what was going on, and the doctor was like, just keep taking the blood thinner and we're going to refer you to a blood specialist to see why your blood keeps clotting.
I mean, what he was having like new men don't really want to go to the hospital. Get admitted.
So on the 21st, we did Philly cheesesteak sandwiches and the pumpkins and stuff. I was asleep on the couch. The last time I seen him was about 2 o'clock in the morning. He came through and he went out to the back patio to smoke a cigarette. And then he came back through and he went to bed and he was going to sleep because he was getting up at 5 to go to work. And it was 9:23 in the morning when I found him.
There.
But yes, baby, they know that he was dead, okay? It's okay. You don't have to keep saying that. They know that.
How?
Because we just told them. Yeah, you can be on this. You can be on TikTok live. You just can't be on Meet Me live. I stream on Meet Me and he can't be on Meet Me live because you get kicked off. You'll get banned.
Well, yeah, I it would take. I don't know. It's better to just not show him on camera, maybe because I do. They hear me talking back, but I don't know how strict their laws are.
Something. Because they're sending us something back.
Mm,
I feel like if a patient is like help and saying, that's a lot of what's happening. Is feel like with people,
not there.
my was calling her doctor, left, right, saying wrong, something. People know if something's wrong. The doctor thought she was like, we'll just give you this, give you that. Oh, here's antibiotics. Go home. You're fine. Oh well, we'll send you to a GI doctor. Come to find out, her gallbladder was bad, so
You
she
know what?
had it removed. But she's going having stuff for 9 months sick. Doctor, and that's what they do. They turn you away, and people know, like
Oh!
knew something was wrong and was that
Oh,
brings
you got anything on here?
that he knew something was wrong. Oh, turned away.
Anything on here?
See, I have this disease called cyclic vomiting syndrome, and I developed it after I had him. I would be sick nonstop, and I'd be very lethargic and be going into what they call like a conscious coma, and I would be hospitalized. They would tell me they didn't know what was wrong with me. Um, This went on for like 2 years before I finally got a diagnosis, and I finally got this older doctor that did all kinds of different testings, and he diagnosed me with cyclic vomiting syndrome. So
Yeah.
after having that for a while, I started using herbal medication for treating the symptoms. And now, whenever I go to the hospital, they want to say that it is the herbal medication that is causing my sickness.
Oh.
And I have to tell them, no, you need to go back and look at my stuff, because explain to me why back then you didn't know what was wrong with me for over 2 years. And now that I'm using this, now you're saying this is what's making me sick. Well, this last week, I was in and out of the hospital. And I was in and out of the hospital, and also had a place called Dispatch Health came out to my house, which is a mobile ER, and they will come out here and treat you at your home.
Wow.
They kept telling me it was my herbal medication that was making me sick.
Oh, I'm taking it.
And then I finally got back to the last time that I was at the damn emergency room. They did a scan on me, and they said that I had layers of sludge build up in my gallbladder, which is which is what turns into stones. So it's pre-stones. And I need to make an appointment with my doctor to be able to get seen by the specialist and everything to get it removed, because it's not to the point where it needs to be removed yet, but it is going to have to be removed. I can't see my doctor till the end of February. And if this thing makes me sick, and I've got all of my stuff on, they put it all of my CT scans and everything on a disc. So if I get sick again, I'm just gonna call the damn ambulance, and I'm gonna be like, look, it's my freaking gallbladder. Get me to the hospital, take my stuff, and just have them yank it out then and there and get it over with. And I'm not so sure that this ain't been my gallbladder this whole time and they've missed it, because even whenever my husband was still alive, he even tried to tell the doctors that he thought that it was my gallbladder. But so maybe once the gallbladder gets removed, it will actually be the, you know, thing
She's
that
got
takes
some
care of
really
all of it. But it's
just
not the herbal medication. I was sick way before that, and now the doctors want to try to blame that.
Oh, why y'all ain't get over here? Why y'all ain't get over here? Why do you keep pushing me in the way if I need to be on here?
'Cause I don't. I guess I ought to start going live on here. I haven't gone live yet, and I've got enough followers now. I
I
can.
know. I saw that. Yeah.
I was trying to build up my followers, but I don't know what I would talk about. I don't have anything to talk about other than what we just talked about.
Well,
People
yeah.
are gonna get tired of hearing about that.
Well, there's always new people. People really are impacted when you tell real stories about, struggles in life and single parent. There's a lot of people that resonate with that. A lot of people on here are not genuine, like you and I. Real people just
Yeah.
on there like begging for gifts, and like tap those.
No, I'm not on there begging for gifts. Or I mean, hell, I've not even gone live, so I'm not doing that. But
Well, I'm saying,
I'm not gonna lie. I mean, it's hard. It's hard as hell. The only way that I'm still even in the apartment that I'm in is because of the rental assistance that I got, and I don't even think I'm gonna get that this month. So I'm waiting for survival benefits and life insurance to come in.
right. I do think you have a wrongful death case to pursue, though.
I think I do too.
I know I'd be willing.
Yes, it's a Roku remote. Everybody in the world probably has a Roku remote, son.
Look.
We love our Roku TVs.
But look. You
Oh,
gotta walk through in this.
Dad. Yeah, I could even have you go to my church, the single parent. I can get you connected to that support community.
But
too.
I don't have transportation to get back and forth. I would love to be able to get into a church and be able to get my son into a church.
Oh no, at church. You don't want to go.
How
Yeah,
do you know? You ain't ever been.
community night, but
Church.
So their
Church.
situation, most of them are like mine, where they kids' dad just like either is or isn't involved, or but like a lot of times they just don't have the dad, just bails or whatever. But I have met some people that have lost their spouse that are there. So it is and they give you, they say it's a good support system that we all. So I don't know. I'll figure out. Just inbox me your number. I'll reach out to you and try to find. They do a lot for the community with. They also have like a sign up thing called the Men's Brigade. So they like the men will volunteer like every other Saturday to like help widows and elderly single moms. Like they need some housework, something done that they can't do. They do it.
That would be cool.
Yeah. I mean, I know you're in an apartment, so it's not like you need your grass mowed, but
No, but there is a couple things, that
like if
that
you're
I've had.
young, right? You need some help.
I'm blessed to have some really good friends, and they've been coming by and checking on me and stuff, and seeing if there's anything that I need, and
I don't know. It's truly tragic, though. I mean, that kind of story to me is it's more tragic than, I mean, I know I was talking about being a single parent and stuff, but that I knew I picked a guy that wasn't really healthy. I wasn't healthy. We have those kinds of situations. I think it's so worse to actually have somebody, have help, have support, have a good person, and then horrible thing happens. It's just such a loss. I'm so sorry. My stepmom, I was not raised with my dad. He met him 4 times, but he did get married and he had 2 daughters. And then he died suddenly, just dropped dead when the kids were 6 and 8. And those girls now, one's in her master's and the other one's to become a physician assistant. And they're amazing. They're amazing girls, but they did experience that loss as a kid. And there's my stepmom, like, just raised them right, and they had the heart to. My sister wanted to be a PA because she saw the way the doctors treated their dad. Which I had too, but I wasn't really raised with him. They're younger than me too, 13. And they did, yeah. She saw this how
she became a PA.
Judgmental, the healthcare. They want to make an impact. So one of my getting her licensed clinical, I don't know, LPC, whatever program. The other one's going to be a physician's assistant. She's got like another year to go, and then she starts like the residency or something. They're incredible.
That's awesome.
So that's positive testimony. I mean, they could relate to what happened to my son, you know. I was
I
in,
need,
you know, I didn't know him that well. It wasn't traumatic, right?
you
They
know,
for those years.
if I knew somebody, and I don't know anybody who's ever had to deal with any kind of malpractice or anything, it would be easier if I knew somebody who had used an attorney before, if I knew something about
Well,
somebody.
yeah, that's why I was saying I have a friend that has filed a lot of lawsuits on their own.
But I need something that they will not get paid unless you win, and they take it out of your whatever it is that you
Like
get.
want costs. Yeah, I would think that they would if they have a strong case. My friend is doing one on her dad who passed away. The guy had a brain tumor, and the doctor just screwed up when he opened him up, and the guy was like having seizures on the table. Like he shouldn't have performed the operation, but he let the guy just lay there, and then ended up in hospice for several weeks, and slowly dissipated. And even the nurse like quit it and said she hopes they file a suit, and they're probably going to like win because they have the doctor like on camera like leaving in the middle of the operation and like going out to his car, coming back. Like it was bad.
Well, when I told the insurance company what happened,
They just don't go for it, or they're
my
trauma.
my insurance company, whenever I was speaking to our health insurance company or whatever, I told them the whole thing. They told me that I should look into an attorney.
Well, there you go. I mean, even that alone. I'm not like this sue happy person, but like I'm passionate about crappy people that don't, they ignore red flags, they just miss people. I feel bad for all those kids that like commit crimes and later in life, and then you find out all the warning signs. Oh yeah, he was doing this in the classroom.
Yep.
I feel like we as a society need to do better and not overlook red flags and dismiss people when they're saying crisis or they're crying out for help because they're acting out.
My daddy died. My auntie came down here to try to wake him up.
Okay, baby, they know.
I know. It's
How? Cause
oh,
you took the picture?
No, because I told them. I did not take a picture. I told them.
How you tell him?
We took a picture of Daddy in the funeral home, though.
Why?
Remember?
Why are you take the picture of daddy in the early home?
Because Daddy's sisters wanted a picture in Chicago.
Why does this Yankee come off?
I don't know, because it's not stuck on there very good. Well, just rip it off.
Huh?
Just rip it off. It ain't on there good.
Because what?
Because whoever made the shirt didn't know what they were doing. That's why.
You know how to April shirt?
No, ow! That hurt. Huh?
well,
Yeah.
I'm serious. Send me your number. I'm gonna get off of here, but I'm gonna
Okay.
reach out to you in the real
Yeah, I
world.
can send you my number,
Okay.
or I can send you my Facebook information or whatever.
I heard they use Facebook. You don't have you have a cell phone, right?
Yeah, but I don't know how long my phone's gonna be on. They're turning it off.
What? Who's turning it off?
Phone company.
When do you have a phone till?
Oh, should have already been turned off because it was supposed to have been turned off on the second, but it's still on at the moment.
So are you on Wi-Fi or are you on the phone?
Yeah, I'm on Wi-Fi.
So you have Wi-Fi to make.
I have Wi-Fi, but they are shutting off the phone. I gotta find new service because they can't keep the account open because it was on my husband's name and he is deceased. So they have to close the whole account. I have to either open a new account under my name with them or find a new company.
I mean, I'd go to Metro PCS and do $1 on.
It's T-Mobile is what we got right now, but we had 4 people on a plan, and the other 2 people are going on their own separate plans. So it's just me.
You just need a
So I've had Metro PCS before, and I think that's probably who I would go with also.
T-Mobile. Metro bought T-Mobile too, anyway.
Yeah, I
Right.
think they're the same now.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I
What
would
are you
$1 on that.
You said you ain't to be in the ivory.
I know you've been wanting to be in a live stream for so long. I live stream on Meet Me, and you can't be on there because I'd
You
get
should
banned.
the phone number. So
Okay,
It's
I'll send you your.
817.
I'll send you. Hey, you do not give my phone number on this stream.
yeah, just send it to me and I will like make contact tomorrow
Okay.
or Monday because I'm trying to help you and get you in touch with some other people, some other resources. You know,
Why
'cause
don't on the break? This
That
one
would be
time.
awesome. I really
This
appreciate
one
it.
time.
ludicrous.
Okay.
Tell them what? Just
You
say
don't.
hi.
Happen.
Tell me about you don't.
No, you cannot tell my phone number. It's not safe to give a phone number on live stream.
No, we're not doing that.
Okay,
She's
I'm
gonna.
gonna get off here before
All
you
right.
spit out the number.
I'll talk to you later. I'm serious.
We
No, 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 no.